Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel.
Hello.
So today we got another Universal Studios and Universal Island of Adventure video today. And we're going to go through and chat about our top 10 favourite rides in both parks.
We've never done this before.
No.
We've done it for Disney, but all the rides that we're going to mention here are rides that we have been on. There are quite a number in the Universal Studios parks that we haven't been on yet.
And we've actually thought about doing a video all about the rides that we haven't done, but we're excited to do. Because there are so many. So if you're thinking, when we do this list, they haven't mentioned this, it's probably because we haven't been on it yet.
Yeah.
Because I know that there are some good rides that aren't on this list, but it's because we haven't done them.
Like a lot of people have said that Hagrid's, I don't know the full title of it, like the
Motorbike
motorbike creature one, will be our favourite when we eventually get on it, but we haven't done that yet.
Okay, so in at number 10, and this is for sentimental reasons more than because we think it's a great ride, and that is Popeye.
Yes.
This is in the Island of Adventure Park, and well, all I can say about it is that you get absolutely drenched on it.
Yeah,
you get so wet.
We brought it up in our video where we went through our memories of our first Florida trip, and you just get absolutely drenched. But even though we got drenched, we did have fun and we laughed about it.
It is really funny, but you have to be prepared that you're going to get so wet. Like, if you go on it and you don't like water rides, you will hate it. But if you really like water rides and it's a hot day, it's good fun. Yeah.
And then even if you're not on the ride, you can still take part by going up and shooting the water cannons at people.
So it's kind of like a river rapid ride.
Yes.
You're in a circular ring, but it's kind of like, it's not like a water park ring. It's like a structured ring. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. And you've all got a seat. It's a bit like the one in Disney, the river rapids in Disney.
Yeah.
But you just get so much more wet. And you basically just go up and down and round, and there's stuff flying at you. And it is good fun, but be prepared.
Make sure you change over to your flip-flops. And if you want to know the actual title of it, it's Popeye and Bluto's Bilge Rat Barges.
But we just called it the Popeye ride.
So number 9, it is the Simpsons ride. So this is located in the Simpsons area, like a Springfield that you can walk through. And it's designed like a theme park, Krusty's own theme park, isn't it? And then, it's like a 3D ride, motion simulator. A lot of the rides at Universal are sort of simulators. And this one's just really good because you get to interact with all the Simpsons characters. A huge Maggie at one point.
It actually tells like quite a thorough story, that ride. And also you're in a little cart in its own little room.
Yes.
And I think there's maybe 3 rows in the car, if I remember correctly. 2 or 3. Yeah. And so there's only ever like a small amount of people with you in the ride, which makes it quite personal.
It feels really immersive as well. I don't remember thinking, I feel like I'm in a room. Yeah. I remember feeling like I was actually involved in the story.
Yeah, it's clever the way it's done.
And it's really funny as well.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it like good, is because of the Simpsons humour.
Yeah. And it also involves my all-time favourite Simpsons character, which is Sideshow Bob.
It also felt like quite a long ride. Like, if you've queued for a while, it's nice to go on a ride where you feel like, that like wasn't too short. And if I remember, that ride felt quite long.
Yeah, I think it did, because it's a story from beginning to end. Yeah, you go on like a journey with them. Yeah, it felt quite long.
So in at number 8 is Men in Black. This is in the Universal Studios park. It's quite near Harry Potter, actually, as you're making your way round. And this is a competition ride, so it had to be in our list.
It had to be in for that reason, but also, when I was growing up in the 90s, I was obsessed with Men in Black. Yeah. That first film when it came out, I had like all the toys. I wanted to go around and do that thing where you're wiping everybody's memory. I used to wear sunglasses indoors all the time because I used to pretend I was in Men in Black. So this allows me the opportunity to become an agent.
It's also, I feel like it's one of the older rides.
Yeah, I think so.
It has that very nostalgic, classic Universal feel to it. I don't think it's been updated. I might be wrong, but it doesn't feel like it's been updated recently. It still feels quite traditional as to how it was when it opened.
Yeah.
And it's basically just a shooting game, but you're also on something that spins. And you spin a lot.
You do.
And we went to Florida with my parents and my brother, if you've watched our last vlogs. My dad gets really bad motion sickness, and we unfortunately forgot that it span that much.
Yeah.
So he went on it with no warning, and he had to sit out for a couple of hours afterwards because I just forgot. Like, I think it's when you shoot a specific thing or something, then your little cart just spins
I think it's just
round.
randomly. I think it just at random points it just decides to go all haywire and spin you around. Yeah.
So if you do suffer from motion sickness due to spinning, then you might want to be careful on this one. But it is a lot of fun, and it's always fun to have a competition. And there's something sneaky that you do at the end.
There is. There's like a shoot this at the end, and then you get loads
Double
and loads of
the
points. Yeah. And Helena always forgets about that bit, and so I always end up winning.
So I win the whole time until like the last 10 seconds, then you suddenly get like triple your points.
Yeah. But one of the fun things at the beginning of this ride is like, so you go in and they start playing something as if it's not going to be the Men in Black ride. We actually thought the first time we went into it that it wasn't Men in Black.
Is this after you get out the lift or something?
So no, it's when you first walk in and they close the doors and they start playing something, and we were like, I don't think this is the Men in Black ride, but it's the whole thing of like Men in Black. It's a secret, and then it leads you into the ride. So the next one is a one that we did manage to get done, a newer ride that we managed to get done when we were there with Helena's family, and it's the Race Through New York with Jimmy Fallon. And we used an interactive queuing system using the app. And then what's really good is that all the sections of the wait have something for you to look at or something to keep you entertained. So there was a museum bit down the bottom, which actually I would have quite liked to have had a look around, but because the queue was moving quite quick, we went straight upstairs. So there's a museum dedicated to all of the different hosts of the Tonight Show. And then you go upstairs and then they do a performance, don't they? Yeah, like an a cappella group, isn't it?
Group. And you're each given, if I remember correctly, like a colour. And then I think it's a ticket. And when it's your time, they'll call out the colour. So yeah, that bit is quite busy, but you're not in a line. You can like wander around and watch the entertainment, and then you go through to the ride. And the ride was really fun, wasn't it?
Well, the actual seating area is huge.
Yeah, it's like a big cinema.
Massive auditorium, and even though there's loads of people in there with you, you do feel like you're fully immersed in what's going on. And yeah, it's like it says in the title, you race through New York in some sort of, I can't remember what you're meant to be in, but it like flies and stuff.
Yeah, it's another motion ride.
Just all over.
Yeah, and I just remember like the audience all laughing. I remember like everyone finding it really funny. It was a really fun atmosphere, and again, it felt like quite a long ride. Like you did a lot. And we really wanted to go on it again, didn't we?
Yeah.
We didn't get a chance, but when we go back, I'd love to do it again.
I'd really like to do it again.
I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would.
Yeah, me too.
I wasn't so sure. I don't know, I think it was just the title, and obviously we're not American, so we don't really watch The Tonight Show that much. Seeing clips and stuff online. But we really, really liked it.
Yeah, really, really enjoyed it.
So in at number 6 is a very old ride, but new to us because we only went on it last time we were in Orlando.
It's a lot of people's favourites.
A lot of people's favourites. I think that's because it's like nostalgic of the film.
We can see why though.
But it's the E.T. ride. And this is probably one of the oldest rides at Universal, I'm sure. It feels that way anyway. But it's just so nostalgic, and it's really clever the way that you go round in it. It's like you're on a bicycle.
Yeah.
And it has that proper 80s feel. Like, I kind of felt a bit like it was like Stranger Things.
Luckily we weren't attacked by a demigorgon.
You know how they ride bikes? Like, I could imagine it being like Stranger Things as well.
Yeah.
But it is, of course, E.T. And they also, what do they do with your name or something at the end?
It's so E.T. can thank you at the end. So they ask you for your name
when you first go in,
and they register your name, and you get given a card that you then hand back in at the end. And then at the end, yeah, E.T. speaks your name. Helena.
I know, he said Helena. But you basically just go around the story of E.T. But it's really good and it has a really nice smell. Everyone always comments on the smell.
It was the smell, the colours, it was really nostalgic and just played on your emotions.
Senses, and emotions. And if you love the film E.T., then you're guaranteed to love this ride.
And just the way you
back all the memories.
The way you rode it was unique as well, like feeling like you're on a bike.
Yeah.
So at number 5, I mean, I don't know whether to count this as a ride, but it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because, you go on it moves and
they do
and things happen.
I think, as a ride.
And it's included on the rides and attractions page, and that is riding the Hogwarts Express. So this just allows you to be in the Harry Potter world.
Fully immersed.
We try our hardest to always get this from land to land.
Yes.
It's our preferred way of transport. Yeah. And it's just really cool. So you get the sight of it pulling in to the station, and then you go on and you're all in a carriage together, and then you get to journey from one park to another, but it's as if you're going from Hogwarts to somewhere else, or vice versa.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
You can, if you're getting it from Diagon Alley, they actually have King's Cross Station, which you can go inside, and you can actually run through the wall into platform 9 3/4. And it generally does feel like you've stepped into a London train station. It's really clever how they do it.
It's really good.
And then, if you're going that way, then they have a journey of you travelling from London to Hogsmeade.
Hogsmeade, yeah.
And then you can also get it from Hogsmeade to London as well. So the train station in Hogsmeade is like the train station there. And it's just really clever.
And just things happen along the way.
Yeah.
Things happen on your journey.
Things happen on the journey. It's quite a scary journey, to be fair.
And you see different characters. It's just so cool.
If you're a Harry Potter fan, it is a must. And some people, a lot of people obviously know about it, but because it actually is a mode of transport to get you from part to part, some people might miss it, just thinking, I'll just walk over. But it's just, I'd highly recommend queuing for it at least once, one way. Because it's not something to be missed if you're a Harry Potter fan.
Yeah.
In at number 4 is another classic ride. I'm sure this has been around for a while as well, and it is Revenge of the Mummy.
Yes.
We love this ride. It is scary.
Yeah.
It's scary.
I remember being pretty petrified before I went on it.
Yeah, the first,
First
time. The actual line is really scary. It's really dark.
It's really
and
dark.
I kept thinking someone was going to jump out at me.
I think there's noise sound effects as well.
Yeah.
If I remember rightly. And it's like you're going through a tomb.
Yeah. And then the actual ride is so much fun. It's a very thrilling roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
There's lots of sharp turns and it's really fast. It's very dark.
There's drops.
And I love the way they use the element of fire in it.
Yes.
Like you can actually feel the heat on your face. And I think that's just what makes it so intense at times. But it is one of our favourite rides.
Yeah.
And I've never actually seen the film.
Have you never seen the Mummy?
So I don't really have a clue what's actually going on, but I really love it.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. It just goes to show how popular it is as well, because when I was at Universal in Singapore, they had the ride there as well.
It's such a good roller coaster. And again, I hadn't really heard that much about it until we went. And then we thought, we'll go on this. And then it turned out to be one of our favourites.
Yeah. So at number 3, I think this was one of the earliest rides we went on.
We'd heard a lot about this ride before we went.
So this is the Amazing Spider-Man ride. Did I get that right? Is that the full
Amazing
title?
Adventures of Spider-Man.
Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man. And I loved it because it seemed like it was designed on the cartoon series that came out in the 90s, which I have always loved. Watched it just all the time. And as you go through the line to get to the front, and then even when you get to the front and get on the ride, it seems like they've been inspired by that franchise, that cartoon series. It's just you're involved in a Spider-Man adventure.
It's a really good motion ride. A lot of the rides at Universal are that kind of you're in a cart, you wear the glasses and stuff happens around you as you move. But Spider-Man has to be one of my favourite versions of that kind of ride.
Yeah, and
it's just really good.
And you're not like a superhero, you haven't watched a lot of superhero things before, so you came off of it and you were like, yeah, I want to do that again.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I can't exactly put my finger on why. I think it was just like the elements and the story and everything comes together to make it really enjoyable.
Yeah.
And just a lot of fun. And it's kind of like intense but also light-hearted at the same time.
And we loved it so much that we bought a Pop Vinyl figure in the shop afterwards.
Okay, so we're now into our top 2.
Yeah.
And these are our top 2 forever and ever. I actually don't think there'll be any other rides.
I don't know though, because like I said, the Hagrid's.
Hagrid's.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so in at number 2 is Harry Potter, the Gringotts Bank ride.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember the official title. But
Escape from Gringotts,
Escape from Gringotts, that's it. This is such a good ride. Everything about it is amazing. And even I'll start with the queue line.
I was going to say, that makes it...
is a ride.
Yeah.
So the first time we went on it, we queued for quite a while. I believe it was like an hour and a half.
We were all the way outside, I think, weren't we?
But the actual queue was really enjoyable because it's like you've just stepped into Gringotts. Mm-hmm. If you've been to the Warner Brothers Studios, it's similar to that, as in like you feel like you've just stepped onto the set, but even bigger, because it's obviously to scale. As you walk in, they've got all the goblins at their desks and the animatronics are insane. They look so real and you just feel like you're being watched as you walk down. They got like the chandelier.
Because as you're walking, like they'll be working and then they'll just look up and look at you.
Yeah.
And then get back to work.
And then they also have the main goblin who lets you into the bank. Mm-hmm. And there's so many photo opportunities as well.
Yeah, they've got portraits as well that move. And then you go from that top bit, you go into the actual bank, into the vaults.
I think they take your photo with the newspapers.
Oh yeah, that was I think one time when we went through, they weren't doing that, and then one time they were.
But there are like little elements to the queue, and then when you actually get to the ride, that hole where you board the ride, you literally just feel like you're in Gringotts.
Yeah,
you can't explain how amazing it is.
There's just so much on the way to the ride, like, and they have the characters involved. I mean, you watch a little show as well that's happening, so it's like there's loads to keep you entertained, and that's what I always love about if you've got a ride that is going to take a while to get on. Yeah. As long as there's stuff to look at and stuff to enjoy, then I don't mind. But the actual ride is just I didn't know how they were even doing it.
So it's a mixture between a roller coaster and a motion ride. Both elements are so intense that when they're both together, it just feels so real. And you're basically just flying around Gringotts Bank.
Yeah.
And the way the two merge together is just incredible. I think it starts off with a drop, but you actually do drop, but at the same time you have the motion of dropping, and it's just so intense. You meet all the characters as you go round. It's quite a dark ride. It's quite I wouldn't say it's like scary, but it's definitely like the darker side of Harry Potter. You meet all the villains.
What I love is that it's like you have entered a deleted scene from the
which
movie
you're in.
But
there are some crazy bits in it. I just love it so much. It's just such a good ride. But yeah, that is very, very high on our list because it was only beaten by about this much for number 1.
Yeah, it's a tough choice.
Yeah. Take it away.
Yeah, in at number 1, it's Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey.
So both the Harry Potter rides are our top 2.
Yeah, we just love the Harry Potter sections in both parks. But this one, again, on the way to the actual ride, you are kept entertained and intrigued because you are walking through Hogwarts. Yeah. You've actually, we've got a thing that says my letter in the post. Well, when you get there, it's like you have had your letter and you have
and you're
gone.
there on the first day. And this is actually the older of the 2 Harry Potter rides. But it actually is our favourite. I think it is for that nostalgic feel of that you literally just step into Hogwarts.
Yeah.
And I know of people that don't want to actually do the ride and they just want to go through Hogwarts. So I think that is a possibility if you're not really up for the ride, but you want to just explore Hogwarts. It has all the different rooms, different characters, like Dumbledore pops up, Harry, Ron and Hermione pop up.
Yeah.
There's just so many different elements to that queue.
And it's really magical. You have a spell put on you, and then you float around the ride.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of real life sets and props, and then screens. But they like merge them really well together, don't they?
So at one point you'll be in like a motion ride, but then the ride will move and you'll go into like real stuff all around you, and then it will merge back into like a motion ride again. But what makes it is that the way that you are seated, I particularly love.
Yeah.
It feels like you are flying, because you've got a back support and you're sitting down, but then there are like walls, so you can't really see the person next to you. So it feels like you are just in your own little world. And the way that it works is sometimes you go onto your back because you've got the back support. So it literally just feels like you're hovering and like flying around the place.
Yeah, you're upside down at one point as well. It's a weird sensation.
And it's quite smooth, isn't it, the way that it moves? But again, it has loads of different elements. It's got a little bit of Quidditch in there, a little bit of like scary.
Yeah, there's light-hearted,
spiders.
but then there's also some scary moments.
Yeah, but it's really, really great, and it's definitely our favourite Harry Potter ride.
Yeah.
We'd recommend them both, but if you only have the chance to go on one,
that's the one we'd say.
One.
Oh, I think we've divided opinion there.
Let us know in the comments if you've been and if you prefer Gringotts or Forbidden Journey. We love them both. We do. But yeah, Forbidden Journey is just that extra bit special for us. And I think it was the first Harry Potter ride we went on.
Yeah, we went on that one first before Gringotts. I remember that.
But yeah. So that is our top 10 rides at Universal Studios and Universal Island of Adventure so far that we've been on. Like we said at the beginning, we have so many rides that we haven't tried yet. So we'll probably do an updated version after our next trip.
Once we've gone,
because we're hoping to ride a lot more. And yeah, it was actually really fun to like go back and reminisce about them, because we don't chat about them as much as the Disney rides.
Yeah, no, they've got some really, really good rides at Universal, and I remember us being a bit gutted that we weren't able to get on them. So yeah, we've left some to be conquered, which is good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it for this actual list. But then what we just wanted to do at the end of this is just talk a bit about our upload schedule. So since lockdown, we just started doing daily videos.
We turned into daily vloggers.
At the moment of this video going out, is it 45 or something? 55 we've done.
55, yeah.
55 videos we've done in a row, and it just, we just kept going with it, and mainly because we wanted to try and, raise a few smiles with people that are watching. And you said you really enjoyed having them every day. But then sort of because of this week where we had another announcement about how things were changing with the lockdown, things slightly easing up, certain people are going back to work. We don't know what's happening with our work as of yet.
I mean,
I've been told at the moment that I'm furloughed until I'm told otherwise, but
Same.
That could be any point. They might ask me to go in. So what we are deciding to do is from Sunday, we're going to stop doing videos every day, and we're going to go back to our normal schedule, which is Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday.
So on Tuesday and Thursday we're going to upload at 4 p.m, and then on Sunday we're going to upload at 10 a.m.
Yeah, and we're not sure what's going to happen with the live streams either. We'll keep you updated as to when we're going to do those.
We'll still do some, definitely.
But yeah, Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. And we've also just decided to do it as well so that we've had a few messages about people who haven't been able to keep up with all of the videos that we've put out. So it gives you the opportunity to to go back and watch
Catch up
through
a little bit.
the ones that we did. I've got a lot of subtitles that I'd like to get done so that I can make the videos accessible for people. And yeah, it just gives us a bit more time to produce the videos for you as well.
It feels like the right time to stop the daily uploads and to go back to our regular schedule. Like it feels like the right time, and we have so enjoyed daily uploading over the past like 2 months.
Yeah.
I think it's been.
Yeah.
It's been really great for us to stay motivated and also just to engage with you all on a daily basis. We have absolutely loved it. We're going to carry on doing our premieres.
For as long as we can.
But yeah, we're going to just go back to our 3 videos a week. And yeah.
Thank you so much though for all of your support regarding the videos going out every day. We've had so many lovely comments, and we hope that this hasn't come as a shock that we're not going to be doing them every day. We just think it's right to do it at this point because we wanted to finish doing the daily videos when we said. And we didn't want to say like I got asked to go into work and then we'd have to miss a video and then like it would
stop them.
It would stop without you having any notice.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna do from Sunday, go back to Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday.
Yeah, but we are really excited for our channel to continue, and we've got some really good ideas. And yeah, it's going to be exciting to see where the future takes us. Obviously going to take a little longer to get to some places. But yeah, thanks for sticking with us and yeah, coming along our little journey.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you again.
So yeah, I think that is everything, and we will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. for a new video.
Yeah.
Bye guys.
Toodle pipski.
Toodle pipski.
You said it.